$100 a month. Binge drinking is the most common form of excessive drinking, which costs the United States more than $191 billion each year. By drinking less, you will save $300 a month. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plant for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade to an Exactly Merge high-speed planter to cover more acres, increasing flexibility and productivity. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location to order your new John Deere planter and experience the Landmark difference.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown. 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
DeMornay Pierson-El.
Not only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into Ticket Weeknights. Once again, Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. Excuse me, a little bit of a different setup here as we got some ventilation going on, but we got the Don't Punt Hour here with DeMornay and Pierson-El here in studio. If you guys want to put a face to the voice, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo Channel 961. You guys can always text in 402-464-5685. Again, that's that Starter Heyman text line. And we got DeMornay Pierson-El, the host, as always, streaming in. DeMornay, how's it going on this Monday night, man?
It's going well, just enjoying the evening.
Yeah, excuse me if you're watching the video streams, you're gonna have to cut me some slack here. I'm totally thrown off here because I'll give you a little sneak peek. This is why you guys should watch the streams, get a little more extra content. But happy to have you listen regardless. If we switch over cameras here, we got some extra vents doing work for me, so really throw me off the game a little bit. But with that being said, let's start with Caitlin Clark because we've been talking about it a little bit. Pat McAfee, some interesting words today. If you watch the full video in context, not really that bad. You read a headline with white B word, doesn't read very great. But if you watch the full context, especially knowing the relationship that they kind of have, obviously Indiana, Pat McAfee's got that relationship there. Still not a great look. But the whole story was basically talking about how Caitlin Clark, is she being treated unfairly by the players, by the refs, by coaches, by anyone at all? Or is this all kind of getting blown up? DeMornay Pierson-El, where are you at now with this Caitlin Clark entering into the WNBA and the hate around her? I shouldn't even say hate, the taunting, competitiveness. You can really just call it that, competitiveness. How do you feel about it?
I think it's blown out of proportion. I feel like, all rookies, get that. Now hers, maybe a little bit more highlighted, and she, maybe she's getting more attention than, the average rookie has or in the past or whatnot. But I mean, I've seen videos of, Maya Moore jumping on people her rookie year and whatnot. So I'm like, I mean, it hasn't changed. Like, I think, people are saying something about it. It's like they've been doing that. All rookies have been, going at or, catching people's, best shot or whatnot. So, I mean, it's starting to get old.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. I mean, to me, where it gets old is like, can we just acknowledge the facts and just simply call it for what it is? She's a good basketball player. There's a lot of good basketball players, but let's just keep it simple. She's a very good basketball player. She has the target on her back. That's absolutely real. That happens to every great player that comes up. Guess what? People don't want the rookie to walk all over a veteran. So yeah, that's happening. It's nothing new. I agree with DP and Jay on that. This happens to every great young player. Happened to Jordan, happened to Kobe, happened to LeBron. Now it's happening to Caitlin Clark. And again, when it comes to the refs, the officiating, it should be getting more calls. Probably is a real thing called superstar calls and earning your stripes. I think so. I think that's part of the facts as well. I mean, I think we just live in this world where we just try to make it into a million other things when it's as simple as she does have a target on her back. Is some of it warranted? Yes. Is some of it unwarranted? No. Did she used to flop a lot in the past? Yeah. I mean, there's a million angles, but she's popular. She's number 4th in jersey sales. If you're going to take the WNBA and the NBA together, she's 4th. All right. So we don't have to play pretend games. She's the reason WNBA is making a ton of money right now.
Easily.
That's it. All right. That's as far as the story goes. If there's hate on her, I'm not going to melt down over it. I mean, do you think we just get to a point where this stuff all kind of blows away, or do you think this is going to be all year long? Why are people mean to Caitlin Clark?
I think it'll be something all year long, but the refs might step up and start calling, a little bit more stuff to kind of like keep it going, or whatnot, or easy, or smooth it over. But I mean, it's still the beginning of the season, so it's an adjustment period. She has to adjust to things and whatnot. She hasn't complained or come out and said anything, which clearly, some stuff that she has experienced is clearly, like intentional and like very targeted towards her.
Yeah,
that's not every game. So I think, throughout the season when it does happen or whatnot, it's kind of one of those reoccurring things. But I think, it'll be over, hopefully, by next year, once people realize, she's resilient and, they respect her and like, oh, okay, well, they kind of tested to see how she would react. She reacted, how to a liking, and, they'll move past it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to talk smack to Caitlin Clark, drives the numbers. I mean, athletes are competitive. Oh, wow, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that they're competitive.
They're females. Females are a little bit extra with things. Not to say that, males aren't in some sports and whatnot. So I think because of the notoriety that comes with her and there's more light shed on it, you see it more. To where, maybe not a lot of people were paying attention to the sport last year as closely or as much as they are now.
Yeah. And, who knows, too. Maybe Caitlin Clark is chirping sometimes in those games. If we don't see those angles.
I'm pretty sure once she gets a little bit more comfortable, like that'll come out. Like that's a part of like, who she is and whatnot. The game is still adjusting to her. She's not, probably at to where she's comfortable with stuff. Mm-hmm. So, that's, a little bit in check. But I mean, she's a competitor and that's going to come out.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I really got no problems with it. It's so weird to me when people are like, man, these girls being so petty. It's like, so what are they supposed to do? Just get killed and let her drop 40? I get what you're saying. Now, there's things you can do that are just completely negative and have no effect on it. But if it's in the game, within game time, and you're competitive, maybe throwing her, a little elbow every now and then, you're just trying to get in her headspace. Try to throw her off.
I'm not saying, toss her in a crowd or, step on her or anything like that.
Yeah.
And she also is a little frail. I'm not going to lie. You might got to get your weight up a little bit.
Yeah. If Cardosa does if Cardosa has a mean check on you, she's obliterated. Cardosa, by the way, she's back. She's terrifying. She was off a little bit for injury. She's officially playing. Oh my Lord. Chicago got one right with her. She's going to be a problem.
Yeah, she's exciting to watch. Her and Angel Reese. The watching those two kind of go at it after they've literally been at each other's necks the past 2 years with the SEC championship and the competing for a national championship. So I mean, when South Carolina didn't get it, LSU did. So I mean that's so. To watch, that kind of unfold a little bit has been funny. But, she'll have her struggles, too, because she'll go against, the Aces. The Aces got an MVP candidate in their own. Wilson, she's going to be dominant. She's not going to, get what she wants or whatnot. So, I mean, all rookies are going to struggle.
Yeah, and it's like we're in just a good era. You know, you shout out Angel Reese. You know, you can throw out a few multiple rookies out there if you want. If you want to go big numbers, probably boil it down to 3. But either way, just look at it. If you're tired of the Caitlin Clark, just look at it as a rookie class as a whole. It's just a great rookie class for everybody to try to make some money, help the WNBA push their numbers up. That's what have you seen about the 3v3 in December that they're trying to start up with professional women's basketball?
What is that?
Okay, we should find up the name. We'll bring it up on the other side, and we'll talk a little more basketball here. But it's interesting. It'd essentially double the WNBA player's salary, and it'd be less games, and it'd be only a 3-on-3 tournament. So I want to get the actual name of the league and who's all.
Is that like in the off season type of thing? Okay, okay. I mean, so that's probably to get them, from stop going overseas.
Yep.
And just generate, more stuff and whatnot. So I mean, it's something to look at it, and it might be intriguing.
Yeah, I think we'll tuck it away here and we'll talk about it on the other side. But I think it's interesting because it definitely pushed the WNBA salaries up. If this thing goes through, because if you're a WNBA player, your salary just got doubled. Well, now you don't even have to go overseas. You can just do the 3-on-3 thing, be done. Screw the WNBA. They're not paying me. This, I think it's not going to eliminate anything. It's going to push that going forward. Let's see. We got about 10 minutes left here. We talked about the Caitlin Clark saga. I think that thing's just going to kind of be annoying until it's over with. I mean, if you're a hater or a player out there who's trying to talk and trash, get it in now. The Indiana Fever, they still kind of stink. You might as well get it in before they get good. Because, if you think Caitlin Clark is soft-spoken, we saw what she was like with Iowa when she's winning. Wait until they start winning. So this is also where I kind of get the competitive spirit. I don't have any blame for the players outside of, obviously, that was a little questionable. But still, we'll get off that. Let's talk Mavericks in the finals, Boston Celtics. That starts this week. Has your mind shifted at all?
I still think it's going to be, Western. The Western Conference is going to win it. I think that matchup, the Mavs matching up with the Celtics will be fine. I don't just how they were able to apply pressure on, the Wolves and whatnot. I just don't think that the Celtics will be able to uphold and stay with that.
Yeah, I've been impressed by Jaylen Brown. I know we joked about that earlier when the playoffs first kind of started, but he's been way more consistent. What scares me with the Celtics is no Porzingis. And I didn't think that would be a massive deal. I thought that'd be, maybe a scarier issue if the Timberwolves were to say to be the one sitting in the finals. But like the Mavericks, despite not being the biggest team out there, they really didn't have any problems with Minnesota size. They took it on pretty handily. And now the Celtics, they don't really have anybody. You can throw in Al Horford if you can play him for that many minutes a game through a long series, but I just don't see that size-wise outside of the guards being in their favor.
Honestly, I think the thing that tilted, with the Mavs and Wolves is how much more athletic and dominant presence that their bigs had, actually.
Yeah.
Outside of, Rudy did his thing, but, you needed, Cat to be more so of an inside presence, and he really wasn't. The Mavericks have about 3 guys that they can, shuffle from the 4 or 5 position that they're going to have a dominant inside presence. You're not just going to go in there and anytime Luka drives or PJ drives or Kyrie drives, it's a lob. So it feels like every time that they go past somebody, your decision or whatever you're doing on the defensive end is going to be wrong. Either the person who has the ball is going to score or they're getting an assist. Either or.
Yeah, and then you also got the scary part where when you're looking at the Mavericks, Luka and Kyrie are on fire right now. I mean, those guys are playing incredible basketball. Let's hindsight being 2020, who's the best duo in the league? Is it Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic, or is it Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic?
I still think it's Jamal Murray and Jokic.
I think so too, but we're getting close. I mean, this guy's.
I need to see more consistency, and if they get a championship out of it, I think the field will be a little bit more leveled. But just because they're hot right now, I don't think that they can get, and they deserve that title right now. They're playing the best right now, but the best, I don't think it's them two just yet. If they go on to win a championship, that can make their argument.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. Win a ring, and then you're officially in the conversation. If they find and obviously be the best players in that final series, in this final series, and then when you get to the next season, how long can you hold on to that? Because we just saw the reigning champs, what we thought was the best. I mean, Jamal Murray kind of stunk it up, if we're being real. After the Lakers, yeah, it's a pretty rough performance.
Best, according to you, he was the best.
He was. And then this series, he really paid his numbers.
How that age.
Well, that's how stats work. You have some good ones. You looked at upon the best. You have a stinker, and I shouldn't even say that. He just had some games to where the room's open. I mean, he still had some games where he was dropping 20 plus points. It's just on a lot of shooting, and the statistically numbers weren't great in some games where he was shooting low 30s. Sometimes I think even one game he might have been in the 20s. And then Jokic was pretty consistent, but Kyrie and Luka, they're a little bit of a different because you got two guards, one just big, muscly, and then Kyrie Irving that's quick and small. Kyrie surprisingly being the one that's better at finishing around the rim, Luka the better three-point shooter out of him. But with that duo, I think that might cause some problems for a guy like Jaylen Brown or even Tatum. How do you feel about the Celtics and their ability to cover their guards, not only on the perimeter, but again, without Porzingis worrying about those guys cutting inside?
They're gonna have their hands full. We just seen a physical team pretty much get at them with the Pacers, and the Pacers aren't nearly anywhere as close to as talented as the Mavs are. So they're gonna have their hands full on the offensive side and the defensive side. So I think their guards are gonna have to step up, and it's gonna be a lot for them to manage because you can't kind of slack off. You can't kind of mosey or anything like that. You have two legitimate superstars on the opposing end that they start their offense early. They start their offense in the middle of the floor, so it's going to be hard to trap them from either side. They're going to see it coming. They got multiple dudes that that can get the offense going and generate it. It's just not it facilitates and go through just one guy bringing it up and everything like that. So I mean, they're going to be tired. It's going to be a interesting series. I think both sides. They're going to be throwing haymakers.
Which player is this their legacy moment? Way too early. Not even way too early. The series is coming up here. Which player do you think makes that not? I'm not going to say the greatest player of all time, but makes a chapter-like moment where they're the best player throughout the entire series?
Whichever side wins will get that. But both sides have young superstars.
That's what I'm trying. Which ones is it going to be?
It's hard.
It could be the Kyrie redemption tour. I'd sign up for that one if I had to pick any.
I mean, like I said, I think that Kyrie's he's already a champ. Mm-hmm. He has that in there and everything like that. So I mean, does it continue to stack it? Yes, but is it like a really defining moment or anything like that? No. Does it it makes his resume better? Luka's still young. Mm-hmm. So I mean, if he gets it, that helps that puts a stamp on his career. And if Boston get it, that puts a stamp on their career. So whoever doesn't get it, I just don't want them to be the villain, and that's what they're talking about. Because if Boston doesn't win it, the team needs to do this and do that, and you don't know if Tatum is the guy to get you a championship. And I just don't think that would be a right narrative. Like I said, they're a young team still building. They've gone through 2 coaches or 3 coaches with his time, being there, and for them to still be getting that, I mean, he's still accomplished. The only thing he hasn't done is just won an NBA championship, and that's not easy to do.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're both sides are in the same shit from the young superstars. What I mean by that is Luka and Jaylen Brown and Tatum. So whoever does win it, that stamps them, and like the pressure I would feel like is off. Mm-hmm. And whoever doesn't win it, the question's going to be this offseason: can you really win? With that type of talent, or can he get you over the edge type thing? Same thing with that happened with LeBron when he left Cleveland, and after he won, then everything the pressure was off, and he continued to got back there. So I mean, Tatum has, been doing that. Maybe not, 8 finals straight or whatnot, but, he's been as consistent as, successful as like, LeBron coming up early in his career.
Yeah. I think if it goes down, you're definitely right about the offseason. What's going to be interesting is the Mavs have the opportunity to just be really like one of those nails in the coffin. It might be the final nail in the coffin, because if this team can somehow throw off the Boston Celtics and make them just lose any shape or form, I don't care if it's 7 games, 6 games, 4 games. If they can make the Celtics lose, they can be really detrimental just to the own psyche of Celtics fans, Celtics management. They're going to have to answer some really hard questions, because I think the Mavericks are just happy to be there. Obviously, as a player, you're not telling themselves that, but I don't think a lot of people pick them. I don't think they maybe even somewhat inside they thought they'd get this far, but now they're sitting in the finals with a chance to play the Boston. Everybody was expecting Boston to be here. So it's all, if they lose, everyone's going to be like, well, you had the Mavs. You should have won it. This was your year.
Yeah.
If the Mavs win it, everyone's going to be like, what an incredible run. Nobody had you guys picked. I think the Mavs are just happy to be here. The Celtics, if you can find a way to once again run them out from another chance of winning the finals, I think they're going to be in a world of pain trying to figure out what they're going to do. Because again, you also be in a weird spot where it's like, well, how far away were we? We didn't have a healthy Porzingis, and we spent a lot of money to get that guy down here. So if you're a Celtics fan, you definitely need this one, because it's going to be a headache of an offseason. If you don't, before we go, JJ Redick possibly coaching the Los Angeles Lakers. Do you like the move?
The saga continues.
I think it's real. I think it's going to happen.
At what point in time do we start pointing and say, LeBron's the issue or the problem?
Well, apparently he's not within conversations of this one, which is weird to me, because it's like him and JJ have been hanging out a lot doing podcasts.
Okay, what the fake news? Anything the media reports out there, I don't want to hear it. You're telling me LeBron is not in the conversation or his say so is not in there to who comes in and how he feels about certain stuff.
I believe he is.
So
I agree with you on the fake report.
I like JJ. I think he is a great basketball mind. But if he is the coach, how does that look like with you handling LeBron? Will LeBron look like, oh, you're just a friend? We got the podcast and X, Y, and Z, or will he really snap and make sure LeBron is what he's supposed to be doing at all times, or pushing LeBron however old he is, because he's still playing great basketball, even though he's not getting picked on all NBA teams or whatnot. But can you get more out of LeBron, or will LeBron just think everything's fine and dandy and kind of run the team and see things as he sees fit?
Yeah, all NBA third team LeBron James, which is outrageous. He should have been second team.
Crazy.
Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard over LeBron James makes zero sense. But yeah, I think it's
I don't know. I don't think that is a good move.
He didn't respect Darvin Ham, though. I'll just be honest. The way I see it, he could have absolutely respected him, but the way I saw it, he wasn't going to listen to Darvin Ham anyways. So with getting JJ, just because JJ's young, maybe they're friends, he might at least listen to his friend a little bit more than a guy he wrote off what feels like right away.
Or he might not, or his friend might not say anything really to him, or, oh, what do you think about this, LeBron? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I was thinking that too. And just, he's the yes man.
JJ coming at Duke, I don't know. I feel like where I'm sold in on is, I don't know, obviously with the coaching, he's going to have the IQ. It's the age and the leadership. But at Duke, you can kind of see it's somewhat of a weird, different version of leadership.
All of the places that, JJ has he been really the leader vocal guy there? No. He was a role player.
Mm-hmm.
He was an energy guy. He was a 3-point specialist. That was his thing. I wouldn't say he was the leader of the team. Now, was he a part of the glue to keep things get together and, keep things running smoothly? Like, yeah, but he's never been the person to vocally say things, to vocally speak up from just the outside looking in. On the inside, he might have been, but he just, doesn't come off, like that. If he coaches anywhere else other than the Lakers, with LeBron, I like it. And I think he's a good fit. But just with LeBron there, I don't know how much LeBron, will respect that or really listen to what he says and everything like that. But I mean, when you're LeBron James and you are who you are, it's like I get why you maybe won't sometimes. Kobe had Phil, so I mean, he was listening to that, and there was nothing over that. So I don't know, who that type of hire you can get to bring in there to kind of whip things in shape.
Yeah. It's interesting. I think we will probably find out after the finals. It seems like they're dragging their feet on this one, so expect, probably a little after the finals. I bet you that's when we get that news, but it definitely seems like they're being patient on it, kind of weighing out their options, and if nothing happens that they really like before it, I think we're in a world where it's JJ Redick, which is, I'd probably go for a more veteran coach out of that, especially if you got LeBron James, especially because you don't know what the future is going to be like with LeBron James. I'd want to get some stability there that's outside of JJ Redick, but that's just my opinion. I'd expect it after the finals. We'll probably figure out what the Los Angeles Lakers want to do. We'll throw it to break here. Don't Punt Hour with the morning Pierson-El. Don't go anywhere. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the pursuit of justice for those that have been injured. My name is Eric Hagan, attorney with Liberty Law Group. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call 877-42-LIBERTY. Our detail-oriented trial attorneys are committed to the highest quality legal representation. At Liberty Law Group, we will fight for you. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Once again, that's 877-42-LIBERTY.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plant for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade to an exactly merged high-speed planter to cover more acres, increasing flexibility and productivity. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location to order your new John Deere planter and experience the Landmark difference.
Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Spring often marks the beginning of severe weather, which can lead to power outages. LES wants you to be prepared before the storm. Restock your emergency kit, update your info with LES, and if you encounter an outage, report it at les.com/report.
Hey, Nebraska! Register today for the 40th annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games features 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. Price increases are approaching, so register early and save. For details, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. Advocating for physicians in the health of all Nebraskans, Nebraska Medical Association, a proud platinum partner of the Cornhusker State Games.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Soulful Casino in Havelock is a family-owned business, providing incredible food and service that'll have you craving more with every bite. Soulful Casino offers everything from pulled pork to fried chicken, catfish, ribs, and even quesadillas. You want sides? They've got them. From fries, green beans and baked beans, to collard greens, potato salad, and sweet dill corn. Stop by for lunch as they have specials Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 2 p.m. That's Soulful Casino, located in Havelock, where every bite you take fills the soul.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, deal ends June 14th. Join now, online or at your local PF Club.
See Home Club for details.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
You're spending $300 a month. Binge drinking is the most common form of excessive drinking, which costs the United States more than $191 billion each year. By drinking less, you will save $300 a month. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Des Moines Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back into the Don't Punt Hour. Once again, Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. If you guys want to join in on the show, feel free to do so. Starter Heyman text line, that's 402-464-5685. Put a face to the voice. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and iLoad channel 961 for this segment. This last one went a little long there. Let's talk about the NFL. Let's talk about money. Money being spent, money being taken.
Woo!
Here's one guy getting paid. Justin Jefferson.
Paid.
Massive contract. The highest paid NFL contract outside of the quarterback position. $140 million, 4 years, 110 of it guaranteed. That's a nice cut.
What receiver you think gonna break that first?
That's actually a great follow-up. We should ask this question every time this comes up. Justin Jefferson just got that one. Ooh, it's probably going to be a Chase. I'd have to look at when these contracts are coming up. Who's the next big name receiver to have his contract expiring soon?
Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, he's going to be.
CeeDee Lamb ain't gonna break it.
No, he's especially with the Cowboys in the position they're in.
He ain't gonna break it.
I mean, Justin Jefferson, he's hands down got to be the best quarterback in the league right now, right? Or not wide receiver.
No.
Who do you got? Number one.
Tay.
So then, is that your guy? Who's going to break it next?
Devontae. Devontae said it because I think.
How many more years has he got left on there?
I think 2.
Okay, so probably not then. He'll be getting too old. He'll be past that point.
I mean, I seen something already that Tariq Hill's in his last year of his contract.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, easily he can break it, but I don't think they'll do that this year or next year, probably, just because I mean they just paid. First off, they just paid him not too long ago.
Yeah.
Secondly, they just paid Waddle. They still got to pay Tua.
Yeah, they paid Waddle a lot. On top of that, which just surprised me, they paid Waddle a decent amount. They're gonna pay Tua.
I think the closest person that will probably break it, and like it won't be by like a little, will probably be Jamar Chase. He's the only one I would think like in contending that, like I would say, that deserves to that, like he is a true, I think a top five. Me personally, CD's not in my top five. He is, a bona fide receiver. He will get his money. I just don't think he'll get 35 a year guaranteed.
Yeah, if it's Tyreek Hill, it's the Tyreek Hill that's not on the Dolphins. I mean, he'd have to be, I'd imagine, somewhere else to figure out that money. Maybe they can find a way to get him over the edge, but that's a lot of money.
With the Dolphins, like you don't want to let Tariq go. They're a completely different team if Tariq's not there.
So they're going to be letting somebody else go to make room for pot. They're going to have to figure out some way.
Something.
The salary cap's going to get packed. Well, you cut corners on defense like they've done in the past. But with that being said, though, let's talk about Justin Jefferson. He gets, like I said, $110 million guaranteed, $140 through the course of 4 years. But let's talk about an ownership group. It feels like this is just happening all the time now. Have you read up on the Carolina Panthers and their new stadium with the Tepper Group trying once again to have the city pay for a massive chunk of it? The second richest owner in the NFL.
I feel like you hear something like that every other year with once Jerry got people in Texas to pay for the tolls, to pay for the stuff. I mean, everybody's been trying to do that, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might just waking up, but this year, I feel like this year in particular has been insane. It feels like every damn team is just going down this road of like, let's see what the city will pay for it. Which I feel like that's been part of things in the past, but this year just feels like everybody's trying to get it in before it's over, and the city's finally realized, like, no, screw you guys, pay for it.
With them, I feel like the owners, I'm like, all right, if you say, all right, the city, can the city go half on it? I feel like you would get that. Situated or 60-40, can the city pay 40% or whatever? Things would get situated. But I mean, you just saying that just because you are who you are, and the city won't go for it. So I mean, it's ridiculous that they even act like that. And I guess they just to see it if it just somebody will take the bait on it. But it's like, man, come on, stop being cheap.
Yeah, I mean, well, here's this local website, and this is WSOC TV. I believe that's a regional around the Carolina area, but it's outrageous. Charlotte City Council will consider spending $650 million on the project for Tepper Sports and Entertainment. They will only invest $150 million. So $650 to $150 million. It's numbers like that drive me insane. And if you're curious, the net worth of Tepper is $1.6 billion.
Where does that money come from?
Round up numbers, concessions, for taxes. That's your bar tab. That's your gas. I mean, that's just all those little taxes at the end of the day that you don't even notice. But over the course of the year, it's money flying out of your pocket. And again, let's just point this out. This is very important. So the city of council, they want the city to pay $650 million. David Tepper's net worth, the guy who owns the damn team, is worth $20.6 billion. Why would we pay for it?
That's literally nothing for him. Like,
no. Why would we pay
like
for it?
Nothing. I don't get it. That's crazy. I don't know. The rich get rich and stay rich. I don't know what it is, but I feel like that's not fair. That should be a crime.
No, it's never fair. It's stupid. That's why I point it out every time. Because one day we'll all wake up and say, why the hell we keep paying for these things? Now there's things where it's like, if you look at the Devaney Center, Bob Devaney Center, you can spin that a few ways. It was a cigarette tax. So it's like, okay, well, at least it's a tax on cigarettes. We want to encourage people not to smoke. That's obviously a healthy choice. And then it pays for it. And I think it might even still be going on. The only problem is you got to have timestamps on when we reach X amount of dollars, it stops. But it was very impactful in helping us build Bob Devaney. So it works in some cases where you can put a little bit of tax on it, but you got to have a cap on it. And it can't just be a million things. It can't be your bar tab. It can't be your parking meters. It can't be just like all these little things where you just lose the money. With Bob Devaney, you knew if you bought cigarettes, you're going to get taxed. And it's going to
products, pretty much.
Yeah. So you knew there was no, misconception of how that money's being spent. And that's why I hate over and over when somebody who owns $20.6 billion wants the people in the city where he's making his money off.
It's like, man, they suck. Like, I can understand, if they were a hot team, if they were, back-to-back conference championships, going deep into the playoffs. No, like you traded your whole kitchen sink garage to get the number one pick. Haven't, really putting weapons around them or anything like that, but you want to rebuild, the stadium that they play in that nobody comes to see anyway.
I was just gonna say it's always
so you losing money regardless because nobody's coming to see y'all play. Oh, and the best thing is let's build a new stadium. No.
You don't understand, Demore. The concessions at this one are going to be so awesome. Doesn't matter how bad the team is. Concessions, we'll just fill that place up.
By the time the people go there, you can probably sneak in your own food by then.
Yeah, glad you pointed that out. It's like
better yet, if it's good enough parking, you can tailgate there, park outside, walk in when you're ready to go see the game. When you're done, walk out at halftime. You got all your meals and everything right there. You just 30, 45 minutes to hold yourself over. You good to go. Ain't nobody going to the games anyway.
Yeah, that is a great point. I can't believe that didn't even cross my head thinking about this. How many games did I see where I was like, oof, slow day in Carolina, not a whole lot of people out there, a rainy day, bad weather. But they just, when you're losing a lot, I get why you want a new stadium. The stadium you have now isn't great, but man, win some games first. Then you'll start making money. Then you won't
spend some of that money to donate to your team so they cap can be, a lot better and they can bring in, pieces to get things done and, bring you back a little bit, back to being relevant.
Yeah. Do research a little bit more on the coaches you're hiring if you're hurting that bad for money. And I know I'm being mean right now, but again, if someone who owns $20.6 billion wants the city to pay for just a fraction of how much money that guy owns. But we'll get off that. One more segment on the other side. Don't Punt Hour. Demore Pierson-El streaming in. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. Talk to you guys in a little bit.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln Families as their realtor for more than 31 years. And I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. When it comes to gift giving, it's all about the wow factor. And let me tell you, nothing wows quite like jewelry. Whether it's a delicate necklace or a statement ring, jewelry makes the right statement. So if you want to knock her socks off, or anything else for that matter, skip the generic gifts and go straight for the bling. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. touching lives, securing futures.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Community means something different to everyone. But for me, it means cheering on those around you during the good times and helping them out during the tough times. I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I've been blessed with the support of my friends, family, coaches, and community throughout my life. When looking for a bank to call home, it was easy to choose Midwest Bank. I never feel like just another customer, and they're proud to support their communities. They love what they do, and it shows. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today.
Be a memory for your grandchildren. Among Nebraska adults age 65 or older, 47% report current alcohol use. Drinking too much can cause harm to children, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, you will still be around for your grandchildren. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The Electrical Workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Hey, Nebraska! Register today for the 40th annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games features 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. Price increases are approaching, so register early and save. For details, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. Advocating for physicians in the health of all Nebraskans, Nebraska Medical Association, a proud platinum partner of the Cornhusker State Games.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in the final segment of the Don't Punt Hour. Once again, hair starts on the ones and twos. We got the host, as always, Pierson-El, streaming in. And as we wrap things up here, let's just go ahead and wrap it up with the NFL because, the Falcons might be in a lot more trouble than people understood. In their NFL draft pick might actually make a lot more sense with Michael Penix Jr. than we realize. They're dealing with some heavy tampering issues. And if we remember when Miami got caught with tampering for Tom Brady, there was some serious punishments. I believe it's their 2023. With the precedent set by the NFL, they took away Miami Dolphins 2023 first round pick and the 2024 third round pick in their efforts to land Tom Brady. The Falcons were tampering with guys like Darnell Mooney, and they were obvious. This is all before, let's see here. I'm trying to get this exact quote here. Cousins admitted to becoming directly involved in recruiting former Bears receiver Darnell Mooney during the negotiating window. This suggests that tampering with Cousins got to the point he was involved with tampering with Mooney. Finally, Cousins made it clear that Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts has been working on Cousins for a couple of weeks before he signed, which is another violation. So the Falcons apparently knew all this was coming down the barrel. Lots of tampering going on. They saw what happened with Miami. Did they get Michael Penix Jr. worried about these violations?
If I'm not mistaken, you can research things on almost any star athlete on Twitter. You got other star athletes telling them to come to their team and play. So how is it a violation or tampering when one of your own players has, reached out and talked to him, which is perfectly fine, about, playing together and whatnot? How was that tampering? You didn't say, they're going to pay you or anything like that. If the guy is, interested in it, he's asking, somebody's on the team about it. What's tampering about that?
So it's the timeline. So this is all, to get the proper article here. This is all from Athlon Sports. Okay. And this is, quote, his admission that he spoke to the team's head athletic trainer is a bright line, no-brainer if, as it appeared from his comments, Cousin also spoke with Director of Player Personnel Ryan Pace before 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, March 13th. That compounds the violation.
Oh, before it was opening, before you could do it.
Before it was opening, before 4 p.m. So this is
who called who?
This is where it's interesting. I think the Vikings probably gave Cousins the call, or maybe Cousins reached out. If Cousins reached out, he's probably not going to be playing for at least a certain chunk. And maybe this is why Michael Penix Jr. got drafted. To me, it's like, how involved is Kirk Cousins, and is the punishment going to be directed at him, or is it going to be directed on draft picks against the organization?
I feel like it would be more so the draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
Like you going to punish a player for talking on the phone an hour or two before the deadline or before open season? What you going to suspend them for half the year?
Well, this is why I agree with you. But remember when Miami, they got caught with tampering. They didn't even get Tom Brady. They completely missed the boat on Tom Brady. They didn't get it. The Falcons actually got some of these guys. They were quote unquote.
He was going to be going somewhere regardless.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying if we follow what the NFL has done, they're probably going to be harsher. They were harsh on something that didn't even happen. This actually happened, and it was the same tampering idea. You did it before you were supposed to. Even if it's innocent on its face, the time is what matters.
Facts.
And they got hammered for a first round and a third round, and the trade never happened. This happened. So what is that repercussions going to look like? Is it going to be draft picks? Is it going to be picks and Cousins? Maybe that's why you get Michael Penix Jr.
I think picks for sure are on the table.
Oh yeah,
completely. I think Cousins probably gets suspended for a couple games, which honestly you're probably not mad at with his injury. So let's just say, for the first 4 games you miss and, half your salary is gone up until, halfway of the season. Like that's kind of, a slap on the wrist because, at the end of the day, you're more healthier. But by the time you do come back, the teams are a little bit more banged up, and you can kind of, throw yourself in there and do what you need to do. So I expect them to handle this fairly quickly. Out of all the issues that they don't resolve quick and fairly, this is something that probably will get on top of the list. They can skip over the Fields, but they can skip over, other stuff. But, tampering, that's getting dealt with by next week. So it's the NFL has a funny way of dealing with things.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch. I just that one came up today and really surprised me because I was like, maybe this does make sense why you get Michael Penix Jr. then, because I'm like,
I still think regardless of even if that is the case, you have a first round talent, you have an old quarterback that is probably has less days in front of him to play, and with the mode of getting a good quarterback and he can sit for a year and come in and play and be better, I mean, you are in the best position. So that may be a piece of it, and you can kind of throw it on that. But, I mean, I think that they were gunned on that regardless of anything.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and find out. I'm going to see what happens this season and how it works out. If Cousins plays right away, Michael Penix Jr., maybe he gets that shot a lot earlier than anticipated, but we'll have to find out in the 24-25 NFL season. Don't go anywhere. We're wrapping up here. What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington up next. Shout out to Des Moines Pierson-El, as always, for joining me.